Okay, this assignment is a fun one. It's going to give you an idea of how a desktop publisher would add images and text and overlay them to make a final product. So we're going to be editing our buttons in Microsoft Word. So we're going to create 4 buttons and we'll print them and make them. So to start out, you need to read the instructions below the pictures. This one says to use a picture from the internet. So I have a picture already selected. I went to Google and I Googled fish and I went to tools and I said large, and that'll give me larger quality images to work with. So let's say that I want this picture here. I'm going to right click on it, say copy image, go back to my Word document and right click and paste. As you notice, the image is really large and it pushed down the rest of the assignment. To fix that, you double click on the image. Up in the top right, there is a button that says layout options. You click on that and you go down the bottom right and say in front of text. Just put your image in front of the text instead of making it part of the text. So now you can move it around wherever you want. I want to make this image a little smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the corner and drag it down. Remember, if you don't drag it by the corner, it might not be proportional. So I'm going to bring it down here. I want to make sure that it will fit inside of the circle. Anything between these two circles is going to wrap around the sides of the button. So you want to make sure your image fits inside of the circle. First thing I'm going to do is remove the background from this image. So I'm going to double click on it. There's a white background. And go to color and say set transparent color and click on the white. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. This image worked really well because it's a nice clean edged image. I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to move it and kind of resize it, make sure it fits inside of that circle. There we go. All right, so I'm going to bring it back up and center it into this circle. And now I have a picture from the internet. So that assignment's done, but you can always do more to this. You can click on the edge of this circle, double click on it, and it will bring up all the options for this circle. So you can go shape fill, and you can, oh, that's shape outline. You can go shape fill and actually change the color, or you can do a picture or a gradient or a texture.
Hey, so Lisa Mateo, Telehash to the front office, please.
Okay, so there we go. And my fish with the background. This one says to use word art. Go to Insert, the Insert tab. It opens up this ribbon. All the way to the right, if you hover over this option, it says word art. Click on that, and you can pick what kind of word art you want to use. And it just drops it in there. You got to drag it over. Okay, and then just go ahead and type in whatever you want. And you can shrink it down if you want. Center it. Okay, I can add more to this, but if I turn this in, you get 100%. But you could add a picture in the background, you can add texture, you make it look different. And I would suggest doing that if you want to make a cool button. All right, down here in the bottom left, it says use a text box. So you go to Insert once again, and go over to the right to text box. And I like to go to draw a text box because you can set the size of it. And just click and drag. And then type in your text. You can do a lot of stuff with this text. All the options for it are up here. You can make a different color. Double click on this. All right. So you can change the text color. I don't like this outline, so I'm going to go to Shape Outline and say No Outline. And then I'm going to go to my Home button, and I'm going to center my drawing. I'm going to make it a little larger, or my text, I'm going to make it a little larger. Okay, and just adjust it how I want it. And there's more you can do with it, but that's adding text. similar to word art, but just a little less decorative. Now, the last thing you do is insert a shape or clip art. So you go to Insert, Shape, say I wanted a smiley face, click it. If you hold in Shift and click and drag, it'll make it nice and proportional. If you don't do that, it might be a little oblong or unproportional. So you can center that. And then if you want to, click on it, you can edit it. You can make it a frowny face. You can go to Format and fill it with a different color. Okay, so that's it. And once again, you can do more than just this. You can make this small and add something else, whatever you want to do. I would say try to make them look really nice and creative and do more than just a minimum so that you have some cool buttons. Once you're done with this, go ahead and hit save it and submit it in Canvas. Once it's in Canvas, in the comments when you're submitting it, tell me if you don't want some printed. Like say I don't want the smiley face printed, because I don't want to waste ink on things that you don't want printed. So that's the button assignment, a little taste of what a desktop publisher might do. So I want you guys to go ahead and have fun with this assignment.